Ever wondered if everything you've ever known could be a figment of your imagination? Welcome to the world of skepticism, where nothing is taken at face value and every belief is questioned. In this realm of doubt and inquiry, one name stands out as an early trailblazer, a philosopher from ancient Greece who dared to question the nature of reality itself. Let's dive into the life of the man who championed this thought, the father of skepticism, Pyrrho of Elis. Born in 360 BC in the small town of Elis, Greece, Pyrrho's journey into the world of skepticism began early. The son of a humble painter, Pyrrho was nurtured in a setting that fostered curiosity and questioning. As a young man, his thirst for understanding led him to the renowned schools of philosophy in Athens. Here, he delved into the teachings of Plato and Socrates, but found himself yearning for a different perspective, a different truth. This yearning took Pyrrho on an epic voyage with the historian Alexander of Epirus to the far reaches of the then-known world, India and Persia. Exposed to a variety of cultures and philosophies, Pyrrho began to question the absolute nature of Greek wisdom. He was intrigued by the contradictory truths he encountered, each as convincing as the other. This exposure to different perspectives birthed in him a new philosophical approach, one that would later be known as Pyrrhonism. Pyrrhonism, named after Pyrrho himself, is the philosophical expression of skepticism. It's a school of thought that suspends judgment about virtually all beliefs, advocating for neither denial nor acceptance. Pyrrhonism suggests that for every argument, there's an equally persuasive counter-argument, and therefore certainty is an illusion. Pyrrho's philosophy encouraged individuals to continuously question, to doubt, and to explore different perspectives. His teachings were revolutionary, challenging the traditional Greek belief in absolute truths and knowledge. Pyrrho argued that our senses and reasoning are unreliable, and that they often deceive us. According to him, the only way to achieve tranquility, which he considered the ultimate goal of life, was through suspension of judgment and embracing uncertainty. Thus began Pyrrho's journey towards skepticism, a philosophy that would challenge the very nature of knowledge and truth. Pyrrho's philosophy, Pyrrhonism, was unique and quite controversial for its time. A radical departure from the established norms, it dared to question the very nature of knowledge and truth. At the heart of Pyrrho's philosophy, we find three fundamental tenets. The first, epiche, is the suspension of judgment. Pyrrho argued that we should refrain from making definitive assertions about reality. This was not an argument for ignorance, but rather an invitation to embrace the ambiguity of existence. He posited that our perceptions and opinions are not reliable indicators of absolute truth, and thus we should withhold judgment. The second pillar of Pyrrhonism is acatalepsia, the belief in the incomprehensibility of things. Pyrrho was convinced that human understanding is limited, that we can never truly know anything in its entirety. He asserted that our senses often deceive us, that they are not capable of grasping the full complexity of the world around us. This isn't to say that Pyrrho denied the existence of truth, but rather, he questioned our capacity to perceive it accurately. The final tenet, and perhaps the most intriguing, is ataraxia, often translated as tranquility. Here, Pyrrho suggests that once we accept the limitations of our knowledge, once we suspend our judgments and embrace the incomprehensibility of things, we can achieve a state of serene indifference. This inner calm doesn't stem from apathy, but from a profound understanding of our place in the universe. It's about finding peace not in certainty, but in uncertainty, not in knowing, but in not knowing. These principles of Pyrrhonism, epic, acatalepsia, and ataraxia were not just abstract notions, they were guidelines for living. They challenged the very foundations of knowledge and truth, pushing us to question, to doubt, to seek. Through this philosophy, Pyrrho proposed a radical yet liberating perspective, a way of seeing the world that encouraged curiosity, humility, and tranquility. Pyrrho's philosophy was not just a thought experiment, but a way of life that promoted peace of mind and happiness. In a world obsessed with certainty, Pyrrho offers an alternative, a path to tranquility through the acceptance of uncertainty, a philosophy that continues to inspire and provoke even today. Pyrrho's skepticism didn't die with him. It lived on, influencing generations of thinkers. Pyrrho's philosophical insights had a profound impact on the intellectual landscape that followed his existence. His ideas served as a cornerstone for a whole new way of thinking, a torch that illuminated paths for numerous philosophers who dared to question the accepted truths of their times. One of the most notable disciples of Pyrrho's skepticism was Sextus Empiricus, a physician and philosopher who lived some 300 years after Pyrrho. Sextus Empiricus not only adopted Pyrrho's skepticism, but also developed it further, creating a comprehensive system of thought. His works have been instrumental in keeping Pyrrho's ideas alive, serving as a rich source of skeptical philosophy for future generations. But Pyrrho's influence wasn't confined to the philosophical realm alone. His ideas found resonance in various schools of thought, transcending geographical and temporal boundaries. The Middle Ages saw the emergence of the skeptical tradition in both Islamic and Christian thought. Pyrrho's skepticism was a catalyst, sparking debates about the nature of knowledge and reality, and challenging the dogmas of the age. Fast forward to the modern world, and Pyrrho's legacy is as relevant as ever. His philosophy of skepticism has found a home in the scientific method, where doubt and questioning are integral to the pursuit of knowledge. Pyrrho's ideas also resonate in the realm of ethics, where they challenge us to question our assumptions about right and wrong, good and evil. Not to forget, Pyrrho's influence can be seen in contemporary philosophy, specifically in the realm of epistemology, the study of knowledge itself. His skepticism serves as a reminder that absolute certainty is an illusion, that our perceptions may not always reflect reality. Pyrrho's skepticism continues to intrigue us, reminding us of the ever-present uncertainty in our quest for knowledge. Even today, Pyrrho's ideas challenge us to question, to doubt, and to keep our minds open to the possibility of the unknown. And in doing so, they keep the spirit of philosophical inquiry alive, a testament to the enduring legacy of Pyrrho, the father of skepticism. In a world where we often take things at face value, skepticism serves as a much-needed reality check. We've embarked on a journey through the life and teachings of Pyrrho, the father of skepticism. But why is his philosophy still relevant today, more than 2 millennia after his time? Let's delve into the lasting impact of skepticism. Skepticism is more than just a philosophical concept. It's a tool for critical thinking, a framework that encourages us to challenge the status quo and to not take things at face value. It teaches us to ask why and how, instead of merely accepting what. Consider the realm of scientific inquiry. The foundation of science is built upon skepticism. It's the driving force behind every experiment, every hypothesis. Without skepticism, we'd simply accept the world as it appears, missing out on the layers of complexity beneath the surface. The Earth would still be flat, the sun would still revolve around us, and we might never have discovered the wonders of quantum physics. Skepticism pushes us to question, to probe deeper, and to never settle for the easy answer. But the power of skepticism extends beyond the scientific world. It permeates our everyday lives, encouraging us to question established norms, beliefs, and systems. It fosters an environment of intellectual humility, reminding us that we don't have all the answers, and that it's okay to change our minds in the face of new evidence. It's a check against dogmatism, against the danger of unexamined beliefs. In a world where misinformation is rampant, skepticism is our safeguard. It equips us to dissect the barrage of information we're exposed to daily, separating fact from fabrication. It prompts us to seek evidence, to demand proof, and to critically assess the credibility of our sources. Skepticism also nurtures open-mindedness. It opens the door to understanding different perspectives, to acknowledging the complexity of our world, and to embracing uncertainty. It teaches us that it's okay to say, "I don't know," as long as we're willing to learn, to explore, and to seek the truth. So next time you find yourself accepting something without question, remember Pyrrho and his philosophy. After all, it's okay to doubt. Because in a world filled with complexities and uncertainties, skepticism isn't just a philosophy, it's a survival skill. It keeps us intellectually agile and resilient, ready to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of knowledge.